Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Now today I have more news for you, but before we get into this video, I have some important updates I want to talk to you about. So yeah, let's get into those before we get into this video, obviously. So, as of today, I now have an official Carson Alworth live channel where I will be live streaming occasionally. So, if you are interested in watching me live stream, go to the link in the description and pinned in the comments and check out that channel. And now let's get into the news. So, as you can see, Fox News' Chris Wallace, good old Chris Wallace as we all know, comes to Jill Biden's defense, says no one made a fuss about calling MLK Jr. a doctor. Now, in case you could care less about this internet drama, as could I'm going to try and explain what in the world is going on. So, you may be wondering, why are people talking about doctors? Does it matter? No, it doesn't matter. But for some reason, this is actually a big deal in the online space. So recently, Jill Biden got attacked for using the honorific of doctor when she is not a medical doctor. And people on both sides have been outraged about that. People on the left in general thinking that it is acceptable for her to use the term, and people on the right thinking it is not so acceptable. Now, Fox News host Chris Wallace defended Jill Biden against critics, including some at his own network, who have questioned her using the honorific doctor by noting that others such as Dr. MLK Jr. have done the same despite not holding a medical degree. Now, what are the details? The bizarre controversy, and indeed it is bizarre. Honestly, I have no idea why people even care about it, but they do. The bizarre controversy over what to call the future First Lady erupted last week when an opinion columnist called on her to drop the doctor before her name in an essay for the Wall Street Journal due to her lack of a medical degree. The author was canceled from his positions, and then, yeah, it blew up. It was trending on Twitter. Now, there have been some criticism recently from conservatives, including some conservatives on Fox News, about the fact that First Lady-to-be Jill Biden goes by the title Dr. Wallace said. I wonder what is the Biden's reaction to that, especially given the fact that so many people over the years, I think of, and then he named some notable doctors, have gone by the title doctor even though they're not medical doctors, and nobody seems to have made a fuss about that, he continued. Now, this person on Twitter posts, Chris Wallace takes a not-so-valid shot at his Fox colleagues who have whined about Jill Biden using doctor, noting that other prominent figures have used the title, even though they are not medical doctors, and that nobody seems to make a fuss about that. Now, I think an important thing to note about this controversy, well, there's a few important things to note. Number one being, it doesn't matter, guys. Who cares if we consider them a doctor or they want to consider themselves a doctor or not? Number one, let's talk about intellectual property, because there should be no, there is no, let's be clear here. There is no rule saying that anyone can't use the terminology doctor or the honorific doctor before their name. I can call myself a doctor if I want. Now, once again though, I realize that this doesn't change the fact that people might be upset about it, and it might not be considered an upright thing to do, because even though IP does not exist, people can still obviously control it to a certain extent just through the market. Through how the market works, IP will be controlled. So, what's my opinion on this? Well, actually, I think a friend of mine actually sums this up really good, so I'm going to read out his tweet. And here it is. From Christian Watson, obviously. This debate about the doctor honorific outside of the medical contexts is vain. What's in a title? If a title is a descriptor of one's hard work and passions, it is legitimate. Indeed, sound criticisms of the Bidens abound. The genre of their degrees do not qualify. And quite frankly, I agree. I think I think right-wingers are kind of blowing this out of proportion because why don't we talk about the Biden's tax fraud? Why don't we talk about Hunter Biden's tax fraud? There's a lot more things we can criticize the Bidens about than the doctor honorific. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.